Hello everyone, this is TheArtisticVampire. Welcome back to Would You Rather, the game of pondering and wondering if you fit in or not, because, you want to know if you go either way if you're in the majority, and when you're in the majority you feel good, unless it's a really bad question, then you feel really bad, and you wonder what's wrong with the world. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. Alright, so would you rather play dodgeball or play Foursquare? Foursquare, I vaguely remember. I think I only played it like 3 times in my elementary school days. I didn't play it that much. Dodgeball, I can handle getting hit with a dodgeball. It's not, a lot of kids make it seem like bad, but that's only because people aim at you and it seems kind of mean. But I played dodgeball before. It's actually fun as hell. So, dodgeball it is, and the majority agree. Alright, next. Find a book about everything. Find a book about everything about the past. Oh, the past. Or find a book about everything. The thing is, we know a lot about the past, but we don't know everything. And there's always the question about, is it good to know your future? And if you know about a book about the future, or if you have a book about the future, would that book change when you change something? That like, let's say the book says, let me see, like it says, flying cars will be built at this year. What if you looked at that book, studied everything about cars and flying cars and how to make them, and you made them early? Would that change? I don't know. Also, there's just a whole bunch of issues about it. I mean, you could get rich like Biff did in Back to the Future 2. But I don't think that's a good idea, because having too much money and too much power, well, I mean, that was just a sports almanac. I'm sure this would have sports, but it would have a lot of other things too. Possibly even your own death. Oh, I don't know. It all depends on what this book is. That's all it really depends on. Past, future. Okay, let's put it this way. What can I do more with? Book about the future. I think I could do a lot more with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with that one. Let me know what you would have chose. Anyway, moving on. If you had broken the law, would you rather spend 5 years but return to your old life with no ill consequences, or never go to prison but move every year for the rest of your life? I just got done through moving and it sucks. Every year might not be too bad, but I mean, it's kind of nice to have a place for a few years. So I'm gonna have to go with spend. You gotta do the time. I just wonder what it was I did that made me go for 5 years. That's pretty bad. Anyway, moving on. If you could live the movie plot as a character, would you rather experience Ferris Bueller's Day Off as Ferris, or I haven't seen any of these movies, so I'm just gonna skip that one, because I've never seen those. Here's one for me. Input 1. Would you rather pick the Helix fossil or pick the dome fossil? Once again, this is the question I'm gonna ask all of you guys. Which one did you choose? I think I always chose dome fossil. Now, all you Lord Helix followers, hear me out. It's because I always like Kabutops better than almost Star. Aesthetically, I always thought, with the scythe blades. Sure, he was like Scyther, but rock and water type instead of bug. But I always liked Kabutops. He seemed badass, and I even like Kabuto. With the dark, mysterious eyes. I thought he was cool. So I'm gonna stick. You know what? I love Lord Helix. I love Twitch plays, but I'm gonna have to go with the dome fossil. And of course, everyone picked Lord Helix. To be expected. Anyway, moving on. Would you rather be unable to experience sadness or unable to experience anger? Now, Inside Out taught me a lot about emotions. I'm not going to say that it is the end-all be-all information about emotions, and that's all I'm basing it off of, but it made me realize things about emotions I never thought of. Which one is more useful in your day-to-day life? Sadness helps you get through hard times and deal with it. Sometimes you just gotta let it affect you, and then you can appreciate and grow from that. Well, anger just causes more problems than it does solve them or help you get better. Anger it's useful, but it's not that useful, because when you're angry about something, it can cause you to be passionate and confident in pursuing something. Like how people are angry about where they are or how their job is treating them, so they pick it, and then sometimes it works out and things change for them, or they're angry with how a certain group is being treated, and then they fight for that person's or that group's right. So I'm going to say be unable to experience anger, because anger is not as useful as sadness. So, ooh, that was a close one, and that was a lot of talking. I'm sorry, but that was a really interesting one. All right, castrate a lamb using only your teeth. Wrestle a tutorial 8-foot alligator by diving on its back. Actually, that is the way to do it. If you, from what I've seen of Crocodile Hunter and other animal documentaries, to handle an alligator, when you have the upper hand, like I guess this is giving me, on its back, putting your full weight on it and covering its eyes is the best way to keep it calm. Because when it can't see anything, then it kind of relaxes a little bit, and also when you're on its back, you have more control over it, because it can't really like lean back and grab you. Sure, it could probably do this, but as long as you keep control of it and have your head or your hands covering its eyes and kind of around its head, if I remember right, you can handle it. So I'm gonna go with that one, and people agree, because the lamb didn't do anything. That lamb is innocent. Alright, watch an uninterrupted WNBA doubleheader. Listen to it. Come on now. This is just a mean question. I actually like Nickelback, so this is not a bad thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure these women try the best they can. I don't know why people hate it so much. Maybe just because, actually, I don't know. I mean, I heard that they're not as intense or as talented as the male players, but maybe that's just because a lot of them aren't as serious as they could be. I'm sure if they all stepped up their game, they could be just as good as the regular NBA. But seeing as I'm not a sports person at all, I will listen to an entire Nickelback CD because I like Nickelback. Silver Side Up is probably my favorite album of theirs. Alright. I'm pretty sure they were trying to put quotation marks. Start every sentence with if, or start every sentence with but. Buts are funny, I will say that. That would be like, but I would have to do this. But you need to go over there. Then the other one would be, oh man. Let me think of like, I need to go if I need to go to the store, which kind of turns it into a question. That's weird. I don't know. But I don't know. Either one of these is kind of weird. I'll just go with but. Because like I said, butts are funny. Would you rather have no tongue or have no teeth? I kind of like tasting things, but I also like being able to chew things. This one. I feel like tasting is very, very important. Oh, this is a good one, a Disney one. Woohoo, Disney. Go on a magic carpet ride with Jasmine, or take Cinderella to the ball. I'll be honest with you. Cinderella is a good movie. It is a good Disney classic, but on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world. Copyright. No, don't come after me, Disney, please. But Jasmine was always one of my favorite Disney princesses anyway. No, I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe just because she's really attractive and she has a pet tiger, and I love tigers, so there you go. Call me shallow, I don't give a shit. It's an animated character, so it's all good. Alright, would you rather? Oh. Isolated tower. Mainly because, a bunker. Oh, actually, you know what though? A good bomb shelter would have a lot of supplies in it. With an isolated tower, you don't know. The thing is, though, also, do I get to go outside a lot? Having a tower, your own tower, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with it. Tower is good. If you're a musician, would you rather be Eddie Vedder or Freddie Mercury? Both are really good, but I'm gonna have to go with Freddie Mercury because that man was amazing. Alright, would you rather own a lightsaber or know the ways of the Force? As much as I love swords and collecting swords, and a lightsaber would like complete that collection, then over, you know, whatever. But the ability to levitate things and create lightning and persuading people. Not that I would use that one too much unless I really got into some shit. I would just like to levitate shit, really, honestly. Just like, oh, alright, this thing's really heavy, I'm just gonna whoop, and walk away with it. You see what I mean? So yeah, know the ways of the Force. And a lot of people agree. A lot of people agree. Alright, if you were starving, would you rather eat your own hand, eat a loved one's eye? I'd rather eat my own hand, because then I could probably get like a cool ass robotic hand or a badass hook or something. That'd be cool. Eating a loved one's eye, I couldn't do that to them. I couldn't do that. Alright. If you were to only choose one futuristic accessory to own, would you rather the smartwatch or Google Glass? Honestly, Google Glass. It seems a little bit more useful and overall kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of inconvenient that you gotta have it on your face the whole time, and the watch is just right here. But I don't even wear watches as is. I just use my phone to tell time and do all that the Apple smartwatch does anyway, so I wouldn't really need it. Google Glass could be a lot more useful because you can get information of stuff just by looking at it and take pictures just by looking at it. So that is what I'm gonna go with. Alright, would you rather be SpongeBob or be Patrick? No, this is Patrick, not a Krusty Krab. I don't know. I mean, SpongeBob has a pretty interesting life. I mean, he's kind of sort of hated by everybody, but so is Patrick. Patrick probably hated by more people than SpongeBob is, or at least people are kind of annoyed by Patrick more than SpongeBob, which honestly I would be more annoyed by SpongeBob than Patrick. I would just chill out with Patrick and be lazy and fucking not give a shit. And also, SpongeBob's voice it's a little, yeah, you know. Bah! Hey Patrick, nah! No. We're gonna be Patrick. Oops, scroll down a little bit. Oops. Alright. We're gonna stick with poetry. Would you rather fight Jackie Chan, fight Jet Li? From what I know about the two, Jet Li is not as much of a master at martial arts as Jackie Chan is. Jackie Chan is actually very adept in martial arts from what I hear. So, also Jackie Chan could take a beating. I don't know too much about him nowadays, how durable he is nowadays. I hear he's playing it pretty safe, but I mean, with all the feats that he's done already, I understand, and all the injuries he's sustained through his career, it's understandable why he probably doesn't risk it as much in his older age. Which, by the way, I highly... This is not a plug or anything. It's just a video that I watched that made me respect Jackie Chan like 10 times because I never knew this about him. Cinemassacre, you might know them. They produced the Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe, and Mike Matei. James Rolfe has a countdown of Jackie Chan's most death-defying feats or stunts. And I highly suggest you check it out. On the list, I'll spoil one part of the list. I forget where he placed it. But on the list, he actually hung from a helicopter ladder for hours. What? Alright, so yeah, I'll fight Jet Li with my words that I don't use. Would you rather be infertile or have a child that... Oh, I'd rather be infertile, because then I can just adopt. That's just mean. Why would you ever want that? Would you rather only dance to Charleston or only dance to Macarena? The Charleston? Do they mean the Carlton? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What is the Charleston? Huh. Oh, okay. I think I know what the Charleston is. Or the Macarena. The Macarena is kind of a little too simplistic. I feel like the Charleston is a bit more lively. Because, you know, pretty much most of the Macarena, you're standing in one spot just doing fucking this, and then the only time you really move is when you turn around. So, Charleston. I do like the Macarena, though. Don't get me wrong. Alright. Dress only in styles famous 15 years ago, or dress only the way you did when... Oh, I already answered this one. Yeah, I already answered this one. Past that. If you died, would you rather have your brain transplanted into a robot or have your brain transplanted into the opposite sex? Question is the person I'm being... is the lady, because, you know, I are male, I have no boobage. Would the lady be dead? Or would she have to die for me to be inserted into her body? That is the question. Also, the question is, if my brain is in a robot, am I still alive? Am I still me? Oh man, I don't know, because this offers a lot of different points of view. You can live your life, the rest of your life, as a robot, and possibly be immortal, depending on how preserved your brain is inside of there. Or I can experience life in just a slightly new, because let's face it, women and men, we're not too different. We're just there's just very little I can't say that word. Just little differences between men and women that you know, I don't know. It's like a big change or a small change. Well, I guess you could say it's depending on your boob size. Not be a robot. A lot of people would rather be female. I wonder if that's because they won't just want to see themselves naked. You know, that old joke. Honestly, if I was a female, I would just try to be true to myself. You know, I would still be me, pretty much. Just slightly more feminine, even though some people would say I'm already feminine. I don't know. We're just gonna move on. Oh, there we go. There's the little girly hand. Okay. Anyway, would you rather feel like you have to? Oh no. Feel like you're. Oh no. Oh my god. All the time? Oh man. Either one of these. You never actually sneeze and you never actually fall. Well, that's good. Although, oh man, always gonna be I'd be walking around like with the sneeze one. I'd just be, you know, I'd be at Walmart trying to do my job like, the TV is, yeah, just be doing that all the time. Feel like I'm about to fall all the time would be like every step I'm like, but I feel like that would be more tolerable because when you that feeling of when you have to sneeze, you kind of have to stop everything. When you feel like you're about to fall, it's just kind of like a quick woo, and then you can move on. Although this is all the time, but I don't know. I guess we'll go with 50-50. Ooh, a little bit more wanted to sneeze. Oh, but yeah, I would rather feel like I was able to fall because at least then you're able to still talk and communicate. With this, you know, when you need to sneeze, you just stop and just start making facial expressions and start going. There's so many gifts that you can make out of this episode right now. Just me going. I'm not gonna give you any more. Let's move on. All right. Have it always be day or have it always be night? The question is, I feel like the obvious answer should be day because there are more plants and stuff that need sunlight to grow. But I really like nighttime. I like how pretty the darker colors are, but also a lot of more places would be dangerous at night. As much as I am a night person, I'm gonna have to go with have it always be day. That was a close one. If you had to wear one for the rest of your life, would you rather wear ugly gloves or wear an ugly hat? Wear ugly gloves. I can just hide them in my pocket. You can't take them off to bathe, but if you're wearing clothes, then these no. Okay. Well, that's fine. If you could only use one type of bill for the rest of your life, would you rather pay in nothing but singles or pay in nothing but hundreds? Singles would take a long time, but you would be more likely to always pay exact price. Oh, actually I just realized, if you can pay in nothing but hundreds, you'd be fucked because all that change that you have, that you get back from overpaying, you wouldn't be able to use it unless you like exchanged it back for, you know, a couple hundred. Oh man, that would be a pain in the ass. Singles. Wow, more people would rather pay hundreds. Cause I guess that means that you have hundreds. Oh wait, it says right here, if you got change, you couldn't spend it until it added up to 100. Also keep in mind the stigma of paying with only singles. Yeah, but I think I'll stick by my choice, paying nothing but singles. Would you rather get 20 bucks or get frequently complimented for one day? You know, this feeds into, are you greedy or are you narcissistic, pretty much. I mean, there's not much you can do with 20 bucks. Get a snack, get something, I don't know. I don't know, because, like, I actually get a fair, decent amount of compliments, during my day. Mainly because the people I work with are really cool and stuff like that, and they say nice things about me, and you know, it's a pleasant working environment as far as that goes. But, you know what? Here's what I'll do. Instead of feeding my ego, I'll get the $20 and then I'll give it to somebody who needs it. That's what I would do. Alright, I think this will be the last one. Would you rather be near deaf or hear everything 2 minutes later? If you are near deaf, you cannot use a device to help you hear. Everything will be completely muffled for the rest of your life. Wow, that would be annoying, especially for music. Either one of these really sucks, but I still think I would rather be able to hear. Although putting on music and then walking away and then hearing it 2 minutes later would be strange. And no, I'm just gonna leave it here. I will say I'm leaning toward hear everything 2 minutes later, just so that way I can still hear. But I would like to know your guys' opinion. Let me know, would you rather be near deaf or hear everything 2 minutes later? Anyway, if you like the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, if you so wish. This has been the TheArtisticVampire, and bye-bye.